Hello, Living Alone and Connected group members. Michelle Seitzer here, your group moderator, and I have a presentation on brain healthy eating for you. So here we go. I am sharing my screen. Hope you can see. This is called Feed Your Brain, Tips and Ideas for Brain Healthy Eating. And I chose that image on purpose because, of course, the inside of a walnut or a walnut, when you open it up out of the shell, has that appearance of a brain. And of course, walnuts are one of the best brain healthy foods that you can eat. So here we go. Oh, okay. So I click forward that way. All right. So these are the greatest hits of brain healthy nutrition. So these are, you can see within the word picture here, the brain foods. And there's the walnuts right there. Oily fish like salmon has lots of omega-3s. And then we've got berries. Berries have lots of antioxidants. Tuna, of course, another brain healthy food with omega-3s. Dark chocolate. Any chocolate lovers out there might be happy to see that one on the list. Avocados, of course, have those are rich in those good fats that we need. Almonds, you see almonds here. So here are just some of the greatest hits. And not only does this word picture show you some of the foods that are best for your brain, but it also tells you what they are good for. So those antioxidants are good for health, for your memory, preventing Alzheimer's, and just maintaining that brain healthy lifestyle. All right, moving on to the next one. Sensitive touch mouse there. So where do I begin? Where do you begin? How do you get started on incorporating brain healthy foods into your diet if you aren't already? Well, first of all, when I say brain healthy diet, I don't mean it's time to go on a diet, because that kind of mindset gets you into a place of you can't, I shouldn't, don't, when really you want to have a mindset of I want to eat healthier foods so that I feel better, and I want to eat the foods that I enjoy. So it's important to begin with what works for you. Make it work for you, as I said here at the bottom. So make a meal plan of your favorite meals that incorporate brain healthy ingredients. Stock up on healthy snacks that you like, not just what an article tells you to do. If you don't like nuts and seeds, try different ones. Maybe the types of nuts that you've eaten in the past weren't your favorite. Maybe they didn't have a seasoning you liked. Find from those options of brain healthy foods, find your favorites and make a meal plan with those favorite ingredients incorporated. Check out different recipe websites and find some recipes that sound good to you that you'd like to try that incorporate those brain healthy foods, and stock up on healthy snacks, because it's not just about what you eat at mealtime, it's about what you're eating in between meals. And sometimes that's where we can get hit the most, but also where we can have the most impact in changing our diet to have a more brain healthy component. So or should I say thread? We want that thread of brain healthy foods to be going right through everything we're eating every day. So choose easy options. Don't pick recipes that are really complicated and have a lot of ingredients and a lot of steps, because then unless you like those kinds of recipes, that can be a real stumbling block and discourage you from moving forward and maintaining that brain healthy diet. So find recipes that are easy. I have wonderful recipes for air fryer salmon. I have an air fryer. I love it. It cooks fish perfectly, and it's so easy. Easy, tasty. And healthy. That's when you really can win in making these changes in your diet, when it's easy to do and you're not getting discouraged by the difficulty of preparing the brain healthy foods, because it's really not. When you think about that list, avocados, just slice it open and eat it. There's not really much more to it. Smash it on toast, etc. But really, the easier it is to eat the food and prepare, the easier it is to incorporate it into your diet. And excuse that squealing, it was my dog Noah who's sitting at my feet. Choose things you like. When you stock up on those healthy snacks, make sure those are healthy snacks that you like and will eat, not just snacks that look good on your shelf or snacks that somebody in this article said you should have. Choose things you like. Eat the rainbow. I love color, and I love bringing color into my closet and what I wear. I love bringing color into my living spaces. Bringing color into the things you eat is a great way to visually encourage brain healthy foods. So there's all the pictures that I chose for this presentation are bright and colorful and show you those, brain healthy foods, veggies, fruits, berries, that have a lot of color. So make it exciting. If your food looks pretty and colorful, you're more likely to eat it, right? So eat the rainbow. Eat with friends and neighbors. There's lots of statistics and data out there about the importance of eating together and how eating alone, is not a bad thing. I love eating alone, honestly. I don't mind going to a restaurant and eating by myself. But there's something about getting together with other people, friends, neighbors, family, and eating together that encourages healthy eating. And maybe you can try recipes together as a group. You can share them with each other. I just had a group of friends visit yesterday, and we were all asking each other for the recipes of the things that we ate and brought and shared. So that community aspect is an important part of brain healthy eating too. Try new things, try new recipes, try new foods. Like I said, if you haven't found a type of nut or berry that you like, keep trying some other ones. Maybe you've never tried pistachios, or maybe you've never had them with a certain type of seasoning or spice on it. Try new things and see if there might be some new options that you can rotate into your diet. Communicate with your healthcare providers. Make sure you're checking in with your doctor about whether certain foods are good for you specifically, because everyone's different. For me, at one point, I was taking a fish oil supplement, and it wasn't good for me for a certain reason that my oncologist talked with me about. So, just wanted to stop here. Disclaimer: I am not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. This whole presentation does not count as medical advice, but that's why I want to stress this number 8 tip right here, which is make sure you're in communication with your providers about whether there's any types of foods or supplements that wouldn't be best for you. And also communicate with them to get some ideas on healthy foods, maybe there's a nutritionist that you can work with as part of your health insurance, or somebody that works in the office at your primary care provider and could provide some insights and support on the nutrition front. So be in touch with them about these changes you're incorporating, lifestyle changes that you're incorporating. Fresh versus frozen, there are wonderful frozen vegetables, frozen fruits that are full of the same nutrients and benefits as fresh, and again, talk to a professional, find out, where there might be some places that it's better to have fresh versus frozen. But when it comes to fresh versus frozen versus canned, canned is kind of like last on the list. But there's some great frozen vegetables and frozen fruits out there that you can even get frozen cubed avocado now. And that makes things easier. Sometimes it also makes things more affordable sometimes, to have the fresh veggies or the fresh fruits can be a little more on the expensive side, but the frozen is an affordable option, and it's also easily accessible and lasts longer. When I was going through chemotherapy for cancer, I had a lot of issues with hydration, dry mouth, a lot of symptoms in that area. And for me, uh, dark, sweet frozen cherries were my saving grace. I ate them so much that I thought my insides were going to be stained red, but they were so good for me, so rich in antioxidants, and they really quenched that thirst I had, that water couldn't do, which this is common with chemotherapy as a side effect. And other people told me, about melon and cantaloupe, but I'm not a big fan. I like it, but I'm not a big fan. When it comes to dark sweet cherries, big fan. And so I went to Costco, got a huge bag of organic dark sweet frozen cherries, and just had them on hand at all times when I was going through chemotherapy. And I still keep them on hand now because it's a great sweet treat that's easy. You take a handful out, let them defrost, or eat them frozen. I enjoyed eating them frozen. So there's lots of things you can do. And number 10, have fun with your food. It was really fun for me to have those special cherries, and those were just mine. Nobody else in my house likes cherries anyway. So it was fun to me because I would remember, oh, I have the special treat in the freezer that's just for me, and it's healthy. So have fun with the food. Because if you're having fun with it, then it doesn't feel like a chore, and you're more likely to keep up with the habits, the healthy habits. So ultimately, make it work for you. All right. Bless you, Noah. So the brain body connection, and this right here, purple cabbage. I love purple cabbage. It's got such a great crunch and a great bite, and also looks cool. I just love the cross section of it. Also looks like a brain, if you ask me, in some of those different pathways. Oh, Noah is making an appearance. So we also have broccoli. Broccoli is another great brain boosting food. Lots of color here again. So Dr. Kristen Benson, who's a dear friend of mine and does a lot of nutrition work and functional medicine, says eat real food, feel real good. So eat those healthy whole foods and you will feel the difference. So here are some of the benefits of eating the brain body connection. Eating brain healthy foods can improve your mood, improve sleep, cognitive function, heart health, your stamina, prevents diseases, prevents progression of certain diseases or diagnose if you already have a diagnosis of a certain disease. You can be working towards preventing progression, preventing illness, infection, and just overall wellness, feeling better because you're eating better. So finally, here are some sources and resources. So some of the information from this presentation came from these sources, but these are also great links to check out to learn more about the connection between brain healthy eating and your body, and also might give you some ideas on recipes or other places to check out for recipes or shopping lists, like this one right here, the 11 best foods to boost your brain and memory. Might be helpful to check that one out and stock up on what's on the list there. So let me know what you think and what kind of brain healthy foods you'll try to introduce into your diet this week, and come back and tell us about it later. All right. Take care. Happy healthy eating.